Okay, we're going to talk about real briefly here about ladder safety on campus. And I would always recommend that you also use this same safety procedures we're going to talk about at your home or anywhere that you're working with a ladder. One thing you don't want to do is fall off a ladder. It can be very severe. I got two different styles of ladders here, and we'll briefly talk about them. Anytime before you use a ladder or climb on any ladder, the first thing you should always do is inspect it. You want to be sure that everything looks like it's tight and in order. All the rungs themselves are all nice and tight on it. So just give a real visual inspection of it to be sure that it is in good working order. Whether it's this style of ladder or whether it's an extensions ladder, you always want to inspect the ladder before you use it. Anytime you climb a ladder, you always want to be sure you have full contact with the ladder, and that's going to be a means of you grabbing on the side and walking up on the ladder. The other thing you don't want to do is you never want to stand on the top of the ladder. So what you want to do is whatever project you're using a ladder for, you want to be absolutely sure that you pick the proper ladder for the job or task that you're going to perform. What you never want to do is go beyond the second rung down on this style of ladder. You always want to be able to have this protection between you. That's your safety factor. So never, again, step at the top. Use your safety factor here. Pick the proper ladder. The other thing you want to do when you're working with a ladder like this is, especially if you're outside, is that you want to have a spotter. You want to have someone holding the ladder for you. Some of the other things, when we get into the extension ladder, we'll talk about that, is anytime you are using a ladder, you always want to be sure before you step onto the ladder and go to do the project you're doing, you want to be absolutely sure you check above you. You don't want to have any obstacles that you may run into. Say power lines are one of them, and pipes or anything where you could get yourself stuck, where you could get yourself hurt. So always look above you before you put any ladder up for obstacles that may come in your way. Putting up an extension ladder is one, this particular ladder here, I would always tell you to do it in a team of 2 people. You don't want to hurt your back when you lift the ladder. The other thing is this is a ladder that has to be placed properly, and a lot of people just never get the angle right. And the simplest way for you to do it is when you're standing, and I'll just show it off to the side. When you're standing at the ladder, you want to hold your hands out like this. So the tip of the ladder is going to be, or the bottom of the ladder at the rung area is going to be here. You're going to touch right where the rung is right here with your fingertips. That ladder now is in the proper climbing position. Anytime you climb this ladder and you've extended it up, you want to be absolutely sure before you climb the ladder is that these dogs here are a dog to the next one. If not, you should not climb the ladder because you could have the risk of it falling down. So you have to be very, very careful of that. This is a ladder where you will always have a spotter. Anytime you climb this ladder, there will be a spotter at the end of the base of the ladder watching for you. And again, use the team effort. When you do put this ladder up, check for obstacles. Again, ladders, if they're used properly, can be used very safely, but when they are not used properly, they become very dangerous. So again, please be careful when you're using ladders. Thank you.